Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I want to talk about bronze farming in Legion Remix, and I want to explain what is, in my opinion, the fastest way to farm bronze during this event. So obviously bronze is something that is very important for you to farm because this is with bronze that you will be able to buy most of the rewards that are added into the game with Legion Remix. And there are a few ways to farm bronze, but there are some that are definitely a little bit more efficient than others and also a little more easy. And what I'm going to do in today's video is simply tell you what I think personally you should do if, again, you are interested in trying to farm some bronze and to buy all the different rewards from the vendors. So, first of all, in my opinion, the main thing that you should do is doing all the different raids on a daily basis. So here, whether it is the different LFR raids, or you can also do them in any difficulty by going right there in the pre-made group search raids Legion. And here you will be able to find these different raids in normal, heroic, and mythic difficulty. So these different raids, and it will be the same for all the different raids from Legion, are on a daily lockout, which means that you can do them in LFR, normal, heroic, mythic, every day on each of your characters. And they give you a lot of bronze, as well as a lot of infinite powers, gear, and other things. So this is really, in my opinion, the fastest way to get some bronze, because these different raids, especially if you're doing it in LFR, normal, or heroic, are extremely easy to do even now after just a few days into Legion Remix, and they will get even more and more easy and fast to complete as more as we progress into Legion Remix. So really, it means that probably in 1 month from now, you will be able to do some of these different raids in 5-10 minutes max, and then you can get a lot of bronze by simply doing that. Here, just as a reminder, when you are doing the normal difficulty bosses, normally any boss will drop around 1,300 bronze. And when you do the same in heroic difficulty, the bosses will drop around 1,400, and the last boss always doubles. So usually it's going to be more around 3,000. And similar, when you do mythic bosses, it's going to be between 1,800, 1,900. And when you kill the last boss, it will double, so up to 4,000. So for instance, something like the Trial of Valor is extremely fast to do, and it will reward you with almost 10,000 if you're doing it in mythic difficulty, which is really easy for something probably in a week from now you will be able to do in less than 10 minutes. Now, obviously, right now we only have 2 of the different Legion raids that are available because this is the first phase only of Legion Remix. But then we will also have the Night Hold that will become available, then Tomb of Sargeras, and finally Enterus. So it means by the end of the event, we will have all these different raids available. And so really what you can do is simply do all of these in heroic, mythic difficulty, even normal. And like that, every day you can get tons of bronze just by doing that. And again, here, I really want to also insist on the fact that when you are doing these different raids, you will also be able to get tons of infinite power for your artifact weapon. And also, of course, you will be able to get some really good gear. You will also, next to the gear that you will get from the boss, be able to get, for instance, these different motes of a broken time, and also these different fragmented memento of epoch challenges that will increase even more the gear and infinite power you will receive by doing these raids. So for instance, here with these different modes of a broken time, as you can see, you can just click on it and it will directly craft you one piece of gear that will have a good high level. And if you do the same with the fragmented memento of epoch challenges, you will be able to basically, as you can see, receive like more than 50,000 of these different infinite power. So again, if you're doing that on your character every day in all the different difficulties, especially mythic, heroic, you will be able to get tons of bronze and also infinite power and gear, and then it will make it even easier and easier each time in order to finish to complete these different raids as fast as possible. Because again, right now we're just a few days into the event and people can already just go and completely destroy the different heroic bosses, even almost mythic bosses. So probably in 1 week from now, everyone will be able to just go in there and kill everything super easily. Another thing I would recommend you to do if you enjoy this technique is to simply create a bunch of alts, because with these alts you will also be able to do all these different raids on a daily basis, and so like that you will be able to get even more bronze on these other alts. Again, normally if you've been able to unlock a little bit all these different perfected epoch memento and all these other items, you should be able to have already quite a lot of extra experience gains on your artifact weapon, which should normally make it easier for you to then level up more alts. And so again, in my opinion, if you have, for instance, 2 or 3 alts and you can do all these raids on a daily basis, by the end of the event, it will just be so easy and so fast for you to get all the bronze you need that, yeah, is something that you should definitely consider. Now, the other most OP method, I would say, but that is going to be maybe a little more challenging, is of course doing Mythic Plus. Mythic Plus is by far going to be one of the best ways to farm bronze and to farm infinite power and also gear in Legion Remix. The only thing is that here you actually need to find like smaller groups, and you need to also perform a little bit better than just in a raid where people can just go and kill everything pretty easily. But you will also be able to get tons of really good rewards. So for instance, with a level 10 key, you will be able to get around 6,000 bronze, and also you will be able normally to get some pieces of gear with an eye level of 606. Then if you move to a key with a level 40, you will be able to get more than 30,000 bronze, which is really, really good. And also here you will be able to get some pieces of gear with an eye level of 690 or more. And then apparently, if you want to get the maximum in terms of gear especially, you will need to do the keys on level 63, and you can get pieces of gear with an eye level of 740. And for the bronze, I'm not sure exactly how much it is, but it's probably going to be even more than that. So basically, it means really here that if you are into Mythic Plus, or if you just want to farm bronze and infinite power and gear, you might want to consider Mythic Plus, because in Legion Remix, this is really going to be one of the most efficient ways to farm all the different bronze and everything you need. And remember, again, right now, it might seem like something that is pretty challenging to do, but trust me, in a few weeks from now, when you will have absolutely incredible gear and also all the different stats and your artifact weapon maxed up with a lot of infinite power, I'm sure you will be able to do these different keys pretty easily, and in some cases you will even be able to solo them if, again, you have a pretty good set of gear. And of course, another thing that I would always recommend you to do are the different daily infinite research quests, because these will always reward you with 1k bronze directly, and also the cache of infinite power, which also contains more bronze. And these are usually very easy to do, especially you will have some that will actually be part also of, for instance, the different raids and things like that, or you just need to kill some different like demons, and these things are super easy to do. So just always make sure to have your character come to this specific area right here in order to pick up these different quests, because again, they're a very easy source of guaranteed bronze that you can do every day on each of your different characters. Of course, there's plenty of other ways to farm bronze. For instance, you can just go in the sky and fly around and just get tons of bronze by simply flying into all these like flying demons and also these motes of bronze. You can also simply just do a lot of world quests and things like that. You can also just decide to do some big AoE farms where you just go in one specific area and you AoE down all the mobs, especially with Eric World Tier activated. So if that's something you prefer to do, this is also totally doable. But if you want to be a little more efficient, maybe consider doing the different raids and some Mythic Plus, because this is really going to be the easiest way for you to get all the bronze you need, and again, also good infinite power and gear. So these are my main recommendations. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if maybe there are other ways that are more efficient than doing the raids and Mythic Plus in order to farm bronze. If you also think that maybe I was wrong in some ways, don't hesitate to comment and to also let me know why. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye!